Tired of being a penniless mercenary in Bannerlord? What if I told you that a few rusty daggers from an Azrai town could fund an entire kingdom? Today, we are breaking down the absolute best weapons to smelt for higher tier materials and the secret recipes that turn steel into millions of denars. Let's turn your smithy into a gold mine. Let's start with the best weapons to smelt for materials. First step, head over to an Azrai town. These can be located by hovering over a town, and the culture should say Azrai. Once you have arrived at an Azrai town, you want to enter the town, trade, shields and ranged, and look for tribesmen throwing daggers, and you want to buy as many as you can. Once smelted, these give you 1 wrought iron, 2 iron, 1 steel, and 1 fine steel. If you're looking for famskin, the best option is the famskin pike. I'd also recommend always picking up sledgehammers and wooden hammers if you're struggling with wood. As far as I'm aware, the tribesmen throwing daggers are only located in the Azrai towns. The other 3, the sledgehammer, wooden hammer, and famskin pike, are located in any town. Moving on to the best weapons to craft for profit. We'll start with the javelin as it's the easiest to unlock all parts for. For the head, you want the thin, fine steel hewn spearhead. And for the shaft, the mahogany javelin shaft at full size. All parts will be at full size for this video. I'd recommend the javelin to anyone who hasn't unlocked many parts, as it's very easy to unlock them all. Moving on to the two-handed polearm, we're going to be using the long glaive head at full size. We're also going to be using the decorated long pine shaft. This is by far the best weapon to craft as it doesn't cost many materials and it sells for a high price. If you start running low on fine steel, there is another option. You can use the tier 4 glaive head to use up some steel. This also sells for quite a high price considering it's only 1 wood and 1 steel. If you're just looking for the most expensive weapon and don't care about material cost, the two-handed weapon is the one for you. Start with the tier 5 runed foulard longblade at full size. For the guard, use the cusped southern guard at full size. For the grip, use the tapered horn grip. And finally for the pummel, use the Fian's pummel at full size. I wouldn't recommend the two-handed weapon if the sole purpose is just to make money, as it's not cost effective. Sticking to the two-handed polearm or the javelins is a much better idea. I also recommend smelting down any bad crafts you get. And for javelins, smelt down anything that's not a large bag. If you want to have a look at the prices, the two-handed sword is worth 35,000, the polearm worth 22,000. The cheap tier 4 polearm is worth 12,000, and the javelins are worth 23,000 if you get the large bag. If you buy 2 daggers for around 400 to 500 denars, you can craft 1 tier 5 polearm and 2 tier 4 polearms, which sell for around 50,000 denars. So 500 denars for 50,000. In conclusion, smelt the daggers, craft the polearms, and watch your treasury explode. If this helped fund your next conquest, hit that like button and subscribe for more 2026 Bannerlord guides. Now get back to the anvil.